Elinor Ostrom. Elinor Claire, Lynn, Ostrom, born August 7, 1933, died June 12, 2012, was an American political scientist and political economist whose work was associated with new institutional economics and the resurgence of political economy. In 2009, she was awarded the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences for her analysis of economic governance, especially the commons, which she shared with Oliver E. Williamson. She was the first woman to win the Nobel Prize in Economics. After graduating with a B.A. and Ph.D. in political science from UCLA, Ostrom lived in Bloomington, Indiana, and served on the faculty of Indiana University, with a late career affiliation with Arizona State University. She was a distinguished professor at Indiana University and the Arthur F. Bentley Professor of Political Science and co-director of the Workshop in Political Theory and Policy Analysis at Indiana University, as well as research professor and the founding director of the Center for the Study of Institutional Diversity at Arizona State University in Tempe. She was a lead researcher for the Sustainable Agriculture and Natural Resource Management Collaborative Research Support Program, SANRAM-CRSP, managed by Virginia Tech and funded by USAID. Beginning in 2008, she and her husband Vincent Ostrom advised the journal Transnational Corporations Review. Since the 60s, Ostrom was involved in resource management policy and created a research center, which attracted scientists from different disciplines from around the world. Working and teaching at her center was created on the principle of a workshop, rather than a university with lectures and a strict hierarchy. Ostrom studied the interaction of people and ecosystems for many years and showed that the use of exhaustible resources by groups of people, communities, cooperatives, trusts, trade unions, can be rational and prevent depletion of the resource without either state intervention or markets with private property. Ostrom's early work emphasized the role of public choice on decisions influencing the production of public goods and services. Among her better-known works in this area is her study on the polycentricity of police functions in Indianapolis. Caring for the commons had to be a multiple task, organized from the ground up and shaped to cultural norms. It had to be discussed face-to-face and based on trust. Dr. Ostrom, besides poring over satellite data and quizzing lobstermen herself, enjoyed employing game theory to try to predict the behavior of people faced with limited resources. In her workshop in political theory and policy analysis at Indiana University, set up with her husband Vincent, a political scientist, in 1973, her students were given shares in a national common. When they discussed what they should do before they did it, their rate of return from their investments more than doubled. Her later and more famous work focused on how humans interact with ecosystems to maintain long-term sustainable resource yields. Common pool resources include many forests, fisheries, oil fields, grazing lands, and irrigation systems. She conducted her field studies on the management of pasture by locals in Africa and irrigation systems management in villages of western Nepal, e.g., Dangdukuri. Her work has considered how societies have developed diverse institutional arrangements for managing natural resources and avoiding ecosystem collapse in many cases, even though some arrangements have failed to prevent resource exhaustion. Her work emphasized the multifaceted nature of human ecosystem interaction and argues against any singular panacea for individual social-ecological system problems. Ostrom's law is an adage that represents how Elinor Ostrom's works in economics challenge previous theoretical frameworks and assumptions about property, especially the commons. Ostrom's detailed analyses of functional examples of the commons create an alternative view of the arrangement of resources that are both practically and theoretically possible. This eponymous law is stated succinctly by Lee and Fenelon. A resource arrangement that works in practice can work in theory. Ostrom was a member of the United States National Academy of Sciences, a member of the American Philosophical Society, and president of the American Political Science Association and the Public Choice Society. In 1999, she became the first woman to receive the prestigious Johann Schipp Prize in Political Science. Ostrom was awarded the Frank E. Seidman Distinguished Award for Political Economy in 1998. Her presented paper, on the comparative study of public economies, was followed by a discussion among Kenneth Arrow, Thomas Schelling, and Amartya Sr. She was awarded the John J. Carty Award from the National Academy of Sciences in 2004, and, in 2005, received the James Madison Award by the American Political Science Association. In 2008, she became the first woman to receive the William H. Riker Prize in Political Science, and the following year she received the Tisch Civic Engagement Research Prize from the Jonathan M. Tisch College of Citizenship and Public Service at Tufts University. In 2010, the Utne Reader magazine included Ostrom as one of the 25 visionaries who are changing your world. She was named one of Time magazine's 100 most influential people in the world in 2012. The International Institute of Social Studies, ISS, awarded its honorary fellowship to her in 2002. In 2008, she was awarded an honorary degree, Dr. Honoris Causa, at the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. In July 2019, Indiana University Bloomington announced that as part of their Bridging the Visibility Gap initiative, a statue of Ostrom would be placed outside of the building which houses the university's political science department. In 2009, Ostrom became the first woman to receive the Nobel Memorial Prize in Economic Sciences. The Royal Swedish Academy of Sciences cited Ostrom for her analysis of economic governance, saying her work had demonstrated how common property could be successfully managed by groups using it. Ostrom and Oliver E. Williamson shared the 10 million Swedish kronor, 990,000 euros, $1.44 million, prize for their separate work in economic governance. As she had done with previous monetary prizes, Ostrom donated her award to the workshop she helped to found. Ostrom was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer in October 2011. During the final year of her life, she continued to write and lecture, giving the Hayek Lecture at the Institute of Economic Affairs just 11 weeks before her death. She died at 6:40 a.m. Tuesday, June 12, 2012, at IU Health Bloomington Hospital at the age of 78. On the day of her death, she published her last article, Green from the Grassroots, in Project Syndicate. Indiana University President Michael McRobbie wrote, "Indiana University has lost an irreplaceable and magnificent treasure with the passing of Elinor Ostrom." Her Indiana colleague Michael McGinnis commented after her death that Ostrom donated her share of the $1.4 million Nobel Award money to the workshop, the biggest, by far, of several academic prizes with monetary awards that the Ostroms had given to the center over the years. Thanks for watching HerStory channel. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe our channel.